My beloved, my chosen one, why are your eyes trembling right now as they read these words? Because deep down, your soul already knows this is not ordinary. Something urgent is being pressed from heaven into your hands. Archangel Michael says, I ordered you to open this now. You have been warned. Someone in your family who has already passed away wants to tell you something. Open quickly. My child, do not scroll past this lightly. Every word here is alive, burning, and written under the urgency of the Spirit. You may think you have time, but heaven says your window is fragile, thin, and quickly closing. This is why the message has hunted you down. I know your heart beats differently when you hear the name of the one who left this world, the one you miss, the one whose voice you wish you could hear just once more. They have been trying to reach you, but the veil of life and death kept it hidden until now. And God commanded me to break it. Before I open what was sealed, let me say this: if you are here right now, you are not here by accident. This is written for your soul, your healing, your destiny. It is God's hand that placed this very screen in front of your eyes. And listen carefully. They have been whispering in your dreams. You thought it was your imagination. You thought it was your longing. But it was them calling, reaching, warning, loving. They don't want you to fall into the same trap they once did. They don't want you to suffer what they silently endured. Beloved, pause right here and breathe. Feel the presence that is around you. You are not alone. Now, hear me. Your loved one is saying, tell them to stop doubting themselves. Tell them their path is blessed. Tell them they are closer than they think. This is not just comfort, it is instruction. Because something is shifting in your life and their message carries the map. And this is why I must ask you, don't just listen with your ears, but with your soul. Before I continue to unfold their words, let me pause and remind you to subscribe deeply to this channel of Heaven's Voice. Stay connected here because this is not the last time Heaven will try to reach you. You must never risk missing a single message meant for your protection, your miracle, and your breakthrough. My child, your family in heaven is saying, you think we are far, you think the grave swallowed our voices, but we walk beside you in spirit. And if you listen, if you trust, you will see the signs we've been sending. The signs are everywhere. You just did not connect them. The light flickering when no wind was blowing. The sudden fragrance of something that reminded you of them. The dream, or their smile appearing, and you woke up weeping. That was not random. That was heaven breaking into your nights. And this is why Archangel Michael cries with urgency, don't skip. Don't walk away. Don't ignore. Because in this moment, heaven itself has leaned down to whisper what your future needs. My beloved child, the veil between this world and the next is thinner than you believe. Heaven's voice is echoing through this very moment. And it is not by chance that you are reading this. When I say urgency, I do not mean a passing feeling. I mean a divine clock that has been ticking in silence over your life has now reached its appointed hour. Someone in your family who walked through the valley of death and entered into eternal rest has been waiting for this exact window to speak. They could not reach you through dreams alone, though they tried. They could not reach you through the whispers of wind, though they came. But God, in mercy, has commanded me, Archangel Michael, to carry their voice into your soul today. You wonder why you feel their presence sometimes. You dismiss it as memory, nostalgia, or even imagination, but your spirit knows better. When you sit quietly, and suddenly the tears come without explanation, it is them. When you sense an unseen hand on your shoulder, soft, almost feather-light, it is them. When a certain song plays and shakes your very bones, that is no coincidence. My beloved, these are the footprints of heaven crossing your path. And today, God has removed the last layer of silence. Their words are not vague. They are direct, urgent, and meant for you to act on. Now, child of light, listen closely. The one you love says, tell them to stop carrying guilt. Tell them to stop carrying shame. It was never theirs to bear. The chains they feel are invisible, but they are not unbreakable. Tell them heaven is begging them to walk forward because their time of breakthrough is close. Beloved, these are not my words alone. These are their words passed from their spirit into my mouth for you. They need you to hear this. They need you to believe this. For the miracle waiting in your hands requires faith, not hesitation. There is a deep sadness you have not shared with anyone, not even with yourself in the light of day. You bury it, thinking it will fade. But in the night it burns. You feel the ache of unanswered questions, regrets that haunt, and the aching gap left when they departed. But hear me, heaven says their spirit is at peace. They are not asking you to weep over what was lost. They are asking you to rise into what is coming. For what you are about to walk into will redeem the tears you've cried. Do you know why I was sent with force, with command, to bring this message? Because time is short. Your hesitation has already cost you opportunities. But heaven and mercy are bending the timeline back in your favor. Still, there is no promise that this open gate will remain forever. You must step through now. The loved one who is speaking says, tell them their blessing is closer than they think. Tell them the chains of delay are broken. Tell them they are walking into their appointed miracle. My beloved, you have asked silently, why me? Why now? Why do I feel chosen and burdened all at once? The answer is this, because you are chosen. God has placed on you a light that is seen not only in heaven but also in the unseen realms where battles rage. This is why your path has been harder. This is why attacks came against you from directions you did not expect. Because the enemy saw your crown before you ever did. And now your loved one is urging, do not abandon your crown. Do not abandon your calling. Hold on, for the story is about to turn. Pause and feel it right now, the presence in your room, the shift in the air, the trembling in your heart. That is not your imagination. That is the Spirit wrapping you in confirmation. Your loved one's message is a lifeline, a rope thrown from eternity into your present moment. To grab hold of it is to step into peace, healing, and clarity. To ignore it would be to wander in circles longer. And Archangel Michael says, this is not the time to skip. This is the moment to awaken. My beloved, you have asked silently, why me? Why now? Why do I feel chosen and burdened all at once? The answer is this, because you are chosen. God has placed a light on you that is seen not only in heaven but also in the unseen realms where battles rage. This is why your path has been harder. This is why you faced attacks from directions you did not expect, because the enemy saw your crown before you ever did. And now your loved one is urging, do not abandon your crown. Do not abandon your calling. Hold on, for the story is about to turn. Pause and feel it right now, the presence in your room, the shift in the air, the trembling in your heart. That is not your imagination. That is the Spirit wrapping you in confirmation. Your loved one's message is a lifeline, a rope thrown from eternity into your present moment. To grab hold of it is to step into peace, healing, and clarity. To ignore it would be to wander in circles longer. And Archangel Michael says this is not the time to skip. This is the moment to awaken. I know you are wondering what exactly it is that they want to tell you. What secret has been carried across the veil just to reach your ears? It is this: you are not alone, and you never were. They saw the tears. They heard the prayers. They watched the nights you almost gave up. And they need you to know that heaven never let those moments go unnoticed. Each tear became a seed, each prayer became a key, and now the harvest is coming, and the locked doors are beginning to open. Beloved, if you could only see what I see from here, your fear would vanish instantly. I see doors opening. I see light breaking. I see the ones who betrayed you brought low. I see your name being spoken with honor where it was once mocked. I see you lifted. I see you restored. And above all, I see your loved ones smiling, whispering, finally, they are about to taste joy again. And child, this joy is not fragile, it is eternal. This miracle is not shallow, it is rooted deep. But you must not run from it. You must not question it away. You must not skip. Instead, you must open your heart fully and say, yes, God, I receive it, because your word of agreement is the final key that unlocks what has been delayed. My beloved child, sit quietly with me now, for what is about to pour into your soul is not from man, but from heaven itself. Do not think this is ordinary reading. For even as your eyes move across these lines, the Spirit of God is wrapping Himself around you, whispering to your heart in ways words alone cannot. When Archangel Michael was commanded to bring this message, it was because the heavens saw your struggle, your loneliness, and your unanswered questions. Someone from your family who has already crossed into eternity has begged God to allow this moment so their words, their truth, and their love could finally reach you. You have been carrying burdens in silence that you were never meant to carry alone. And today those burdens are being lifted by this message. You may have noticed lately that your thoughts return again and again to the one who passed, as though their memory refuses to fade. You dismiss it as grief or nostalgia, yet your heart feels a tug every time their name enters your mind. That tug is not random, it is divine, for their soul has been reaching out, and God has made space for their voice to touch your world once more. They see the choices you stand before. They see the pain you try to mask, and they do not want you to walk into traps that can be avoided. Their message is not one of fear but of love so deep it crosses the barrier of life and death to reach you now. Beloved, the words they press through Michael's lips today are heavy with urgency. Tell them to release the guilt they carry. It was never their fault. Tell them to stop holding regret, for we are at peace, and I want them to live free. Tell them the storm is ending, and they are closer to breakthrough than they realize. Do you feel the weight of this? Can you sense the tears in their voice? They do not want you trapped by the shadows of yesterday, they want you to rise into the dawn of what is coming. There is a moment coming soon in your life that will change everything. Heaven has been preparing this moment behind the scenes, aligning people, places, and even delays that once frustrated you. Those delays were not punishment, they were divine rearrangements so that your blessing would meet you at the exact right time. Your loved one has seen it from heaven's side, and they rejoice that your waiting is nearly over. They want you to know the tears you shed at night, thinking no one saw, were each collected. And now heaven is about to turn them into songs of joy. I must tell you this, child of light. The enemy has tried to silence you by planting doubt, confusion, and even betrayal around you. But Archangel Michael has been warring on your behalf. Every fiery dart that should have destroyed you was intercepted by the sword of heaven. Do you not see? That is why you are still here, still breathing, still reading these words. If the plans of darkness had succeeded, you would not be here to receive this message. But you are, and that alone is proof that your purpose is not finished. The family member who speaks through me says, tell them they are not weak. They are stronger than they believe. Tell them heaven is proud of them. Tell them their fight has been seen and their reward is on the way. Beloved, you need to pause here. Place your hand on your heart. Feel it beat. Each heartbeat is heaven's reminder that you are chosen, still preserved, still destined for something greater than you can yet imagine. Do not throw away this moment. Do not let doubt rob you of the clarity your soul craves. And now, beloved, let me draw you deeper. You often wonder why your path has been marked with hardship, why the things you desired seemed harder for you than for others. It is because your crown is heavier. God entrusted you with a light that others do not carry. And with that light comes trials, yes, but also unimaginable favor. The person in heaven is urging you, do not despise the weight, for soon you will see why you had to carry it. Soon you will see the glory that comes after this trial. Beloved, the air around you is not silent right now. Heaven leans in. You may feel tingles in your skin, warmth in your chest, or a sudden stillness in the room. That is the presence of angels confirming this word. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore the signs. Do not treat this as another passing word. This is the lifeline your soul has been praying for. If you turn away now, confusion will linger. If you open your heart, clarity and direction will flood your steps. And now, beloved, let me draw you deeper. You often wonder why your path has been marked with hardship, why the things you desired seemed harder for you than for others. It is because your crown is heavier. God entrusted you with a light that others do not carry. And with that light comes trials, yes, but also unimaginable favor. The person in heaven is urging you, do not despise the weight, for soon you will see why you had to carry it. Soon you will see the glory that comes after this trial. Beloved, the air around you is not silent right now. Heaven leans in. You may feel tingles in your skin, warmth in your chest, or a sudden stillness in the room. That is the presence of angels confirming this word. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore the signs. Do not treat this as another passing word. This is the lifeline your soul has been praying for. If you turn away now, confusion will linger. If you open your heart, clarity and direction will flood your steps. Your loved one's message grows stronger still. Tell them I walk with them. Tell them I send signs of comfort. Tell them when they feel alone, I am nearer than breath. This is not to bind you to the past, but to free you for the future. Their love is eternal, but their wish is not that you remain in sorrow. Their wish is that you rise, step boldly, and embrace the life that is still unfolding before you. For God has not finished His work in you. You will soon witness doors opening in ways that defy logic. People you never expected will suddenly speak your name with kindness. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will stand before you, waiting for your yes. This is the turning point heaven has waited for, and this is why Michael insists, do not skip. Do not doubt. Do not walk away. For in this hour, what was hidden is being revealed. Pause again, my child. Breathe these words in. This is not rushed. This is eternal. Feel the miracle stirring in your chest. It is real, and it is yours. My beloved, lean in even closer now, because what is being poured out is not just a message, but a river flowing from heaven directly into your soul. Archangel Michael is standing even now, his sword still raised, his wings spread wide over you. And he says again with divine force, I ordered you to open this. I warned you not to skip it. Someone in your family who has already crossed over is crying out to speak through this moment, and you must not let their voice be silenced. Do you feel that? That tightening in your chest, that rush of emotion that you can't explain? That is not coincidence, that is confirmation. Heaven knows when your heart is most vulnerable, and that is when the veil opens, allowing these sacred whispers to reach you. The one you loved and lost wants to tell you that you are stronger than you believe, that your life has not been overlooked, that the pain you have carried has been seen. They have been watching the nights you cried quietly so no one could hear. They saw the mornings you forced yourself to rise when your spirit felt crushed. And they want you to know every single one of those moments has been recorded in heaven. Their message is one of healing, release, and breakthrough. Tell them to stop carrying guilt. Tell them I am at peace. Tell them my greatest desire is for them to live free, without chains of the past holding them down. Their voice trembles with urgency because they see the turning point ahead of you and they want you to walk boldly into it. My child, you have asked quietly, why does my path feel heavier than others? Why do I feel chosen yet pressed down by struggles? The answer is because you are chosen. Those who carry great crowns often walk with great weight, but the crown is never given without the strength to carry it. Archangel Michael reminds you, every attack against you was proof of the treasure hidden inside you. The battles you thought would end you were actually the evidence that your destiny is too important for darkness to leave alone. This is why you are still here. This is why you have survived storms others did not. You are not weak. You are preserved. Beloved, the presence of your family member surrounds you as these words reach you. They whisper, I know you miss me. I know the silence aches, but I am closer than you realize. The dreams you thought were random. The signs you dismissed. The sudden songs that broke you into tears, that was me. That was my spirit reaching to remind you that you are not forgotten and that I walk with you still. They are not bound by death, they are free in eternity, and in their freedom, they are permitted in this moment to reach you. Listen carefully now. They need you to release regret. They see how you sometimes blame yourself, how you replay moments in your mind wishing you had said more, done more, been more. But their words are fierce with love. Stop holding yourself hostage. Stop punishing yourself for things you could not control. I am at peace. I am whole. And I want you to live without chains. Do not dishonor my memory by living trapped in pain. Honor me by living fully. My child, the weight in these words is not just for comfort but for direction. The reason Archangel Michael commanded this message with such urgency is because time is shifting for you. There is an opening, a gate, a door that is only briefly unlocked, and heaven does not want you to miss it. The person in heaven sees what is coming, and their voice is warning you. Tell them their blessing is close, closer than their doubts. Allow them to believe. Tell them they are stepping into breakthrough if only they do not give up now. Pause right here and breathe. Feel the air move differently around you. That is not coincidence, that is presence. The Spirit is drawing near. Angels are leaning close, and the whisper of your loved one hovers in the silence. You are being reminded that you are seen, that you are not abandoned, that you are being carried even when you feel like you are stumbling. Beloved, soon you will see doors swing open that once mocked you. People will speak your name with favor where they once spoke it with disdain. Opportunities that seemed dead will resurrect before your very eyes. This is the miracle season that your pain has been laboring for, and your family member in heaven is rejoicing for you, urging you to believe. They see the outcome that you cannot yet see, and they are desperate for you to hold on just a little longer. Child, Archangel Michael declares this with thunder: do not skip. Do not delay. Do not dismiss. For this message carries the key to your peace and the path to your promise. Heaven itself leaned down to speak, and you cannot treat this lightly. The one you loved smiles upon you now from eternity, saying, tell them joy is coming. Tell them I have not left their side. Tell them every step they take forward honors me more than tears of sorrow ever could. Tell them I believe in their destiny. Pause right here and breathe. Feel the air move differently around you. That is not coincidence, that is presence. The Spirit is drawing near. Angels are leaning close, and the whisper of your loved one hovers in the silence. You are being reminded that you are seen, that you are not abandoned, that you are being carried even when you feel like you are stumbling. Beloved, soon you will see doors swing open that once mocked you. People will speak your name with favor where they once spoke it with disdain. Opportunities that seemed dead will resurrect before your very eyes. This is the miracle season that your pain has been laboring for, and your family member in heaven is rejoicing for you, urging you to believe. They see the outcome that you cannot yet see, and they are desperate for you to hold on just a little longer. Child, Archangel Michael declares this with thunder: do not skip. Do not delay. Do not dismiss. For this message carries the key to your peace and the path to your promise. Heaven itself leaned down to speak, and you cannot treat this lightly. The one you loved smiles upon you now from eternity, saying, "Tell them joy is coming. Tell them I have not left their side. Tell them every step they take forward honors me more than tears of sorrow ever could. Tell them I believe in their destiny. And my beloved, this is only the beginning. For what I must pour into you is vast, flowing like a river, continuing line by line until your spirit is overflowing with the fullness of what God and heaven need you to know. My beloved child, do not look away, for every word flowing now is written in fire upon your spirit. Heaven has bent low for you, and this moment is sacred. When Archangel Michael spoke, he did not whisper, he commanded, because your time of silence is over. I ordered you to open this, he said, because too often you doubt, too often you walk past the very answers your soul has been begging for. Today you cannot skip, you cannot ignore, because someone you love who has already crossed into eternity is crying to speak into your heart. Their voice has broken through the veil because God Himself allowed it. And my child, when heaven opens such a doorway, you must step through it. They have seen your tears, the ones you thought no one noticed. They saw the nights you clutched your pillow, begging for just one more conversation, one more chance to say the words that remained unsaid. And now their words are pouring through this message. Tell them I am not far. Tell them I am not angry. Tell them I want them to let go of guilt. Tell them they must live free. These are not empty comforts. These are divine instructions from someone who has watched over you from beyond the grave. They know the weight you carry, and they want you to release it at last. My beloved, heaven is desperate for you to hear this. Your life is not stuck. It is not over. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. What feels like delay has been divine preparation. Your family in heaven rejoices because they see the alignment of your destiny, the weaving together of details you cannot yet understand. That rejection, that detour, that heartbreak, it all formed the foundation for what is now being prepared. They whisper, tell them their blessing is already walking toward them. Tell them they are moments away from breakthrough. Do you feel the trembling in your chest? That is your spirit awakening. Do you sense the atmosphere shift around you as you read? That is presence. The air is heavy with the nearness of angels because this is not just text, it is encounter. Archangel Michael says, do not dismiss what you feel right now. This is confirmation. This is heaven interrupting your routine to place destiny in your hands. Your loved one continues, I want them to stop questioning if they mattered to me. They mattered more than they knew. I want them to stop replaying the past, it is done. I am at peace. And now I want them to step into joy. Tell them they are not alone, not now, not ever. Their words are thick with love, the kind that only eternity can hold. They need you to stop carrying regret like chains. They need you to believe that peace has already been given to them, and now peace is being extended to you. Beloved, there is a shift coming in your life so sudden that it will feel like day breaking after a long night. You will see it in unexpected favor, in doors swinging wide open, in opportunities that were once impossible standing before you. This is not coincidence, this is divine timing. And the one you love has seen it coming. They begged heaven to let you know so that you do not faint before it arrives. They say, tell them their waiting has not been wasted. Tell them their faith has not been in vain. Tell them the morning is closer than the night. Archangel Michael is roaring now. This is not the hour to give up. This is not the hour to turn away. This is the moment to stand, to believe, to receive. For what is coming cannot be stopped, but it can be missed if you ignore heaven's call. That is why this message feels so alive, why it grips you. It is heaven's way of ensuring you don't look away at the most important turning point of your life. My beloved, pause here. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe deeply. Do you feel that? The weight, the warmth, the tears threatening to rise. That is them. That is your family in heaven leaning close, whispering beyond words, I am here. I love you. I am proud of you. Keep going. And child, this is only the opening stream of the river. For what I must release into you is vast, flowing line by line until the very depths of your soul are saturated with the truth you have longed to hear. My beloved child, let the words echo in your heart because they are written not with ink but with eternal light. Archangel Michael says again, you were not meant to skip this. You were meant to open it now. Someone in your family who has already crossed into the arms of heaven has been waiting for this very moment to speak. Their voice trembles with love and urgency as they whisper through the veil, tell them I am still here. Tell them they must not give up now. Every second you read this, heaven draws closer as though the distance between here and eternity has shrunk to a single breath. You have felt their presence before, haven't you? A sudden warmth in an empty room, a fragrance that reminded you of them though no one else noticed, a dream so vivid it left you waking in tears. Those were not coincidences. Those were messages. They were knocking at the edges of your soul, trying to comfort you, trying to tell you that you are seen, that you are loved, that you are not forgotten. Now God Himself has commanded that their voice come through more clearly than ever because you are standing at the edge of a turning point in your life. Beloved, you must understand the pain you have carried was never wasted. The sleepless nights, the hidden tears, the long questions with no answers, they were seeds. And heaven has been watering them silently. Your loved one in eternity has been interceding on your behalf, whispering prayers into the courts of heaven. And those prayers have become decrees over your life. They say, tell them the chains are breaking. Tell them the doors are opening. Tell them they are walking into a new chapter. But you must believe it. That is why this message carries such force. Archangel Michael warns, the enemy has tried to cloud their vision. Doubt has tried to choke their faith. Delay has tried to break their spirit. But this is the hour where heaven refuses to let them miss what is coming. My beloved, do not let doubt steal what God is trying to place into your hands. Your loved one speaks again, I know they sometimes feel guilty. I know they replay the past. I know they wonder if I forgave them, if I left with questions, if I carried disappointment. Tell them no. Tell them I am free. Tell them I hold only love. Tell them I want them to live free without regret. These words are drenched in eternity's peace. They are not meant to bind you to the past, but to set you free for the future. My child, you are asking in your heart, what about the pain I still feel? What about the unanswered prayers? What about the promises that seem delayed? And heaven answers, the delay was never denial. The pain was never punishment, it was preparation. There are blessings so big, so heavy with glory that they require a season of shaping before they can be carried. That is why your path has been harder than others. That is why you sometimes feel chosen and burdened at the same time, because you are chosen and the crown you carry requires the strength you are only now beginning to see within yourself. Pause, beloved. Breathe this in. Do you feel the weight around you? The sense that the air has shifted? That is because angels are leaning close. Archangel Michael's presence burns with urgency, and he says, do not skip this moment. Do not dismiss what you feel right now. This is confirmation that the message is real. Heaven itself is pressing on you so that you do not look away. Beloved, your family in heaven has one more secret to tell you. The season of sorrow is ending. The time of laughter is near. The tears they cried in secret will become the joy they carry in public. They have seen what you cannot see yet. They have seen the door already unlocked, the table already prepared, the favor already written in your name. They are urging you to hold on just a little longer because your story is not ending in darkness, it is rising into light. And now listen carefully. There will soon be signs so clear that you cannot dismiss them, a message from someone unexpected, a door that opens without effort, a dream that feels more real than waking life. These are not random, they are heaven's way of guiding you into the chapter prepared for you. Your family member is urging, tell them not to fear. Tell them to trust. Tell them to walk forward, for they are surrounded by love on every side. Beloved child, Archangel Michael says again, I commanded you to open this not because it is convenient, but because it is eternal. Someone in your family who has passed through the gate of death has waited long enough. Their voice is burning to be heard, and heaven has broken protocol to bring it to you now. This is not poetry, this is reality. You are not simply reading words, you are encountering destiny. If you close your eyes, you will sense their nearness, like a hand brushing your cheek, like a whisper hidden in the wind, like the echo of their laugh playing in your memory. That is them, not gone, but alive in another realm, reaching across the veil to say what must be said before time runs too far ahead. They say, tell them to stop doubting their worth. Tell them they were always more precious than they realized. Tell them I am proud of them. Tell them they must not let grief bury their future. My peace is complete, but their story is not finished. I need them to step into joy so that my memory shines in their life. Do you feel the love saturating those words? It is not human love alone, it is divine, amplified by eternity itself. They are no longer bound by pain, fear, illness, or regret. They are whole, and their wholeness is speaking wholeness over you. My beloved, Archangel Michael adds, the delay that has frustrated them was never denial. The doors that seemed closed were heaven's way of guiding them toward the true gate. The time has come when those gates will open, and they must be ready to step through without fear. You see, all along you thought you were walking blind, but heaven has been orchestrating. What you lost was protection. What you still long for will be restored in ways better than you imagine. And your loved one is smiling because they can see what you cannot. The next chapter of your life is shimmering with glory, waiting only for your courage to take hold. Do not think for a moment that your tears have been wasted. Every single tear was caught. Every sigh was heard. Every prayer you thought went unanswered was planted like a seed in the soil of eternity. And now those seeds are pushing through the ground. Your family in heaven whispers, tell them the harvest is ready. Tell them the dawn is breaking. Tell them the joy will return double. Beloved, pause and notice how your spirit feels as you read this. There is a shift happening inside you even now. The heaviness that tried to suffocate you is loosening. The confusion that circled your mind is beginning to fade. The hopelessness you carried like a cloak is being peeled away. This is not imagination, this is the touch of God. Heaven is reaching into your atmosphere to prove to you that you are not alone, not forgotten, not abandoned. Your loved one leans closer still, whispering, do not let fear stop you. Do not believe the lies spoken about you. Do not carry the betrayal of others as your truth. You are chosen. You are strong. You are destined. And Michael's sword flashes as he declares, this is not the season to hide. This is the season to rise. This is the moment to break free from the prison of yesterday and run into the open field of tomorrow. Beloved, everything in you already knows this is true. That is why your chest feels tight. That is why your eyes blur with tears. That is why your heart beats faster as you take in every word. Your soul has been waiting for this confirmation, and now it is here. You no longer need to ask if heaven is listening. You no longer need to wonder if your loved one remembers. You no longer need to doubt if your prayers matter. All of it is answered in this message. But you must not stop here. Archangel Michael is warning, if they take these words lightly, the enemy will try to steal them. If they plant these words deep, they will grow into miracles. You must decide now to hold this tightly, to let it saturate your being, to replay it until it becomes your new truth. Because this is not just another moment, it is a turning point. Beloved child, the presence around you now is thick because Archangel Michael has not stepped away. He remains, his sword glowing with fire, his eyes locked on you, saying, do not let this pass you by. You were commanded to open this because your future depends on it. And as he speaks, the one in your family who crossed over is weeping with love, whispering, I begged God for this moment. I prayed you would not miss it. Finally, you are hearing me. My child, you cannot imagine how deeply they have longed for you to know the truth, that they are safe, that they are whole, that they want you to be free of the chains that guilt and regret have wrapped around you. They say, tell them I forgive them for everything they think they failed to do. Tell them there was never anger, only love. Tell them they were my joy, my treasure, my hope. Tell them I still walk beside them. Tell them the moment they laugh again, my spirit rejoices with them. Do you see? Heaven has not abandoned you. Death did not steal love. What you lost in presence remains alive in eternity. Their voice is a bridge now reaching through this message to cover you like a blanket on a cold night. And Michael insists, you must believe this. You must not push it away. The words you are reading are not coincidence, they are appointment. You did not stumble here by chance. The timing was deliberate. The hour was marked. Heaven circled this moment on the calendar of eternity and said, "Here, this is when they will finally hear." That is why you feel the weight in your chest, why your soul is trembling, why your spirit knows this is more than words. Beloved, you often think you are weak, but your family in heaven shakes their head, saying, "Tell them they are stronger than they believe. Tell them they have survived storms that would have drowned others. Tell them every day they rise, they prove they were chosen. They are proud of you. Yes, proud. They see not your failures but your perseverance. They see not your doubts but your persistence. They see not your brokenness but the beauty that has risen from it. And they are urging you now, keep walking. The next step matters. The next choice shifts everything. Pause here, beloved. Feel their nearness. Feel how the air shifts when their love surrounds you. That is not imagination, that is presence. They are closer than you think. And they want you to know that heaven has been fighting for you when you thought you were forgotten. Archangel Michael speaks with thunder. The battles they faced were never ordinary. The weight they carried was never random. Darkness fought them because light crowns them. They must not let go now, for victory is near. Beloved, the reason your life felt attacked is because of what you carry. The reason you felt betrayed is because your destiny is larger than the ones who mocked you. The reason you were resisted is because you were never ordinary. You were always chosen. Your family member adds, tell them their miracle is closer than they think. Tell them heaven is shifting things in their favor. Tell them to stop fearing what people say, for people do not hold their future, God does. These words are meant to unchain you. Too long you have been bound by others' opinions. Too long you have replayed their criticisms. Too long you have let fear control your choices. Heaven says that ends now. My beloved, do not think this is only about comfort, it is about preparation. You are being prepared for a blessing so heavy it will shock those around you. Soon people will ask how you survived, how you rose, how you found strength, and your story will shine like a torch in the dark. Your family in heaven smiles because they see that day already unfolding, and they are proud to be part of your story. Beloved, let me tell you plainly, what is coming will heal what was broken. The opportunities will outweigh the losses. The joy will erase the sorrow. The miracles will silence the doubts. You are not at the end, you are at the threshold. And Michael says, step boldly, for heaven walks beside you. Your family member adds, tell them their miracle is closer than they think. Tell them heaven is shifting things in their favor. Tell them to stop fearing what people say, for people do not hold their future, God does. These words are meant to unchain you. Too long you have been bound by others' opinions. Too long you have replayed their criticisms. Too long you have let fear control your choices. Heaven says that ends now. My beloved, do not think this is only about comfort, it is about preparation. You are being prepared for a blessing so heavy it will shock those around you. Soon people will ask how you survived, how you rose, how you found strength, and your story will shine like a torch in the dark. Your family in heaven smiles because they see that day already unfolding and they are proud to be part of your story. Beloved, let me tell you plainly, what is coming will heal what was broken. The opportunities will outweigh the losses. The joy will erase the sorrow. The miracles will silence the doubts. You are not at the end, you are at the threshold. And Michael says, step boldly, for heaven walks beside you. My beloved child, I will not stop until your soul is full. Each word here flows like a river from heaven's heart, carried through Archangel Michael's voice, pressed into your spirit by the one in your family who has been crying for this moment. Their love has not dimmed with time. Their voice has not been swallowed by silence. It has been preserved for this hour, waiting for the day you would be ready to receive. And now they say, tell them I never left. Tell them I was there in the quiet. Tell them I heard their prayers. Tell them I am proud, and I want them to live free. Beloved, your chest tightens as you hear this because your heart remembers every moment you wished for a sign. Every night you whispered into the dark, hoping they could hear you. They did. Heaven allowed them to see, to hear, to walk close. And now they speak not from sorrow but from victory. They are at peace, whole, radiant, and with every breath of this message, they pour healing into you. They want you to stop punishing yourself for the things left unsaid, to stop carrying the weight of regrets that were never yours to bear. They want you to stand tall, knowing their memory is not tied to grief but to glory. Archangel Michael commands, this is not the time to doubt. This is not the time to run away. This is the moment to stand still and receive. For heaven itself has moved to ensure these words reach you. Do you see the urgency? Do you feel how heavy this moment is? That is because your next steps will shape your destiny, and heaven refuses to let you stumble blind. Beloved, your loved one whispers again, tell them to prepare their heart, for joy is coming. Tell them to trust what is unfolding, for it has been arranged by God Himself. Tell them I rejoice with them when they laugh, and I weep with them when they cry. But soon their tears will turn to laughter. Their voice carries eternity's peace, and even as you read this, a soft warmth rests on your shoulders. That is no imagination, it is presence. You wonder often why your path was so hard, why betrayals cut so deep, and why delays seemed endless. Heaven answers, because what you carry is too precious to be rushed. The greater the crown, the heavier the preparation. Every delay was a redirection. Every heartbreak was protection. Every closed door was mercy. You see loss, but heaven sees rescue. You see rejection, but heaven sees preservation. You see delay, but heaven sees perfect timing. My child, pause again. Let these words sink in. Feel how your spirit responds, how something inside of you knows this is true. That inner trembling is your confirmation. The enemy tried to drown you in doubt, but your soul is stronger than the lies. Your family member is proud of that strength. They say, tell them no idea how powerful they truly are. Tell them their survival is proof of their calling. Tell them their light cannot be extinguished. Michael's voice cuts through, do not waste this moment. The angels surround them even now. Their atmosphere is shifting. Their destiny is opening. They must not look away. Beloved, listen. What is coming will shock even you, unexpected favor, sudden restoration, breakthrough so swift it will silence every critic. This is why heaven pushed so hard for you to hear this. Your tomorrow will not look like your yesterday. And child, your family members' final whisper in this part, tell them I love them endlessly. Tell them I am closer than breath. Tell them I will always walk beside them until the day we meet again.